Light. Yeah, dark.
Hala.
Mm.
Is it plugged in? It's not plugged in. Oh, no, wait.
Welcome everybody. We're just setting up, doing the final touches. Neutralize.
Neutralize what?
There's no effect.
No, there's no effect.
Right.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another session of Life in Marriage. Share with somebody. Somebody needs this. I feel like it's like this. I feel it on that side.
Mm?
Isn't it like this? Shouldn't I come down and share with someone? I'm sure somebody needs to hear this. Join in and share with your friends and family.
Yeah.
We do this every Saturday.
Yeah, so invite somebody, tell somebody that life in marriage with the Angelics is on. And yeah, we are going to be talking about what the Lord will be leading us with. Um, I feel in my spirit that commitment should be something that we talk about.
Okay.
So let somebody come in. Let somebody come in. Let us discuss. We'll be sharing on our side, and if anybody has a question concerning life in marriage, you know, feel free to shoot. As long as it's a matter of life in marriage. So we are going to be talking about commitment, uh, commitment entering into marriage, and commitment in marriage, because the fact the fact that the fact that you are going to marry somebody and not knowing that you are entering a whole different world on its own, you know, because um, this is not like boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, so it's going to be seriously on on some next level. Yeah, so the commitment level is going to be something else. um, there's, like I said, it's not boyfriend and girlfriend. When you are committing towards marriage, everything changes. That's why you hear people saying, "Are you getting cold feet?" Kind of those kind of conversations and all that. Why? It is because at that moment they begin to realize that, my goodness,
This is a big step
this
that I'm
this
taking.
is this is something new altogether. You know, so it's not. There's no more timeouts. No more. You know what?
I need space.
I need my space. All those type of things. Here, when you enter, there's no more timeout. There's no more to my place. Once you enter, you. So we need to understand that it's a very serious matter, and the Lord takes uh, the matter of vows to a whole new level. It's not like me and you where we say, I promise you I will do this,
Yeah,
and you know, and somewhere along the way I'm like, promises are meant to be broken. That's a person. With God, once you commit, you have to stick with that commitment.
yeah.
You can't just somewhere along the way say, it's fine, it's fine, I can't do
I
this,
can't do
you
this
know,
anymore.
this is not my stuff, and I thought I could do this, you know. It commitment binds you. It binds you. So that's why the Bible says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Because if you say yes and you don't do it, yeah, my goodness, you are bringing something upon your life. That's why, you know, as a person, don't agree to things that you are not going to do.
Yeah.
If you are not going to do those things, just don't, just leave them be. Leave them be. So you commit yourself. That's why we said, there was last time we were talking about uh, all these things that happens when you sleep with a person and all these things. you know Once you tie yourself to somebody, uh, it becomes a challenge. The same way, you will sleep with someone, and that someone is with you, is something, let me say, it's on the same level with a vow.
Yeah.
If I make a vow and I say that uh, I will never marry anyone besides you. Hello to you too.
Hello, how are you, sis?
If I say I will never marry anyone, you are my wife, till death do us
Together
part.
forever.
And this thing that you're speaking, you are not saying these things in the public eye. It is just the two of you, and you are saying this. But you need to understand that the moment you are saying this, words are released in the atmosphere to make that thing a reality. Whether you follow through with it or not, what you have released, what you have spoken, that person is your wife, and you will never see anybody, you will never marry anybody, she's the only one for you. That thing has been tied down. This is why some are not even getting serious people in their lives. Even if serious people come in their lives, somewhere along the way you just find things turning south.
Yeah.
The relationship was great. You don't understand the love, as you say it was blooming, and all of a sudden things just went the other way, and you wonder to yourself, what could I have done wrong? And there's nothing that you did wrong. The only problem is that you have tied yourself by a vow to a person.
Yeah.
So every time there's someone coming your way, you have a problem, because that those words that you have spoken, that vow that you made, that vow is fighting you.
And you wonder why the relationship is not working out.
So some people will come like, I actually don't know what I did wrong. It's like all the time when I find a good person, I just manage to mess it up. And only to find that you're not messing it up. It is your vow that is fighting against you. You made a vow that nobody is for you besides that person.
Yeah.
You know, uh, don't commit. Don't commit. If you are not willing to commit, don't commit. So that is why it is a problem. When you jump here, tomorrow you jump here, next you jump here. You have to find one person, because once you start saying certain words, those words are going to arrest you.
Yeah.
So this is the issue of commitment. Before you enter in, I'm talking about before you enter in. These are the words that are going to arrest you. So when the words arrest you, you can't go forward. Every time you will try something, you will find that nothing is working out.
Yes.
You see, why? Because you have told a certain girl, a certain boy, that
I'll be
this
with
is
you
us.
till time stands still.
This is us, forever and ever. This is us. This is the love. You are the love of my life, and all these things. And you have to understand that sometimes when our parents tell us not to engage in such things, we tend to think that, but I'm not doing. In most cases they'll be like, but we are not doing anything. We are not doing anything. It's not about the things that you are doing. It is about the things that you are saying to each other.
Yes, the power of words.
You see, what you are saying to each other is the problem, because those things will tend to be a hindrance in your future.
Yeah.
Because today you are with somebody, tomorrow you are with another person,
Yes.
the next time you are with another person. And what are you saying? All these people, you are trying to make promises
To them.
that you can't fulfill. And what are you doing? You are arresting your life, you are arresting your future.
Yes.
So I pray that somebody would understand this.
If there's anyone with a question, feel free to ask. But you need to understand that it's not every relationship, every guy you meet, every girl you meet, you feel like you're supposed to get into a relationship with them. And that's not what is supposed to happen. Not everyone deserves um your commitment. Not everyone deserves your attention. Some don't even deserve your high. If you think about it, some people do not even deserve that high that you're giving them. So kill it. Kill this. Kill this. What is this thing? Into.
Seriously. So you want to do that in front of the people?
No, I'm scared of this.
Ah, so you...
Where's my class?
Matat, your mother, she's busy jumping in front of people. Get
My
rid of this
apologies.
flying thing.
My apologies, I'm afraid of flies. Sit here and wait for that thing to go down. When it comes down, kill it. Please. Hey, what are you doing? When this thing comes down, kill it.
When it comes down,
Sit down. Wait for it to. You're sitting on top of Enoch. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Matata, sit down.
You know, it's staying with fearful people. Hey,
It's not
it's a
fair. I'm
problem.
just not comfortable with this thing.
No, it's fear.
Matata, don't come this side. People saying they hate their ex. Hey, that person hurt me so much. They were not for you. That job was not to make you happy in the first place. They were never supposed to make you happy. They were never supposed to be that knight in shining armor for you.
Just fix this. Continue.
Fix what? Yeah, so you need to understand that you don't just give your all to just anybody. So we need to be able to discern. You know, the issue is discerning. A lot of us cannot discern, most especially women. But I've seen that even men as well have gotten to a isn't. As long as it's a woman and it's wearing a skirt and it's being respectful, then automatically they think they have to enter into a relationship with that person. And that is not how it's supposed to be. It's causing a lot of challenges for a lot of people. People come and say dating is a scam. Marriage is a scam. We spoke about this last week. Marriage is not a scam. Dating is not a scam. The problem is you're dating the wrong people. The problem is you're committing to the wrong people. You're committing to people you are never supposed to commit to in the first place. So we are here to dissect all of that today. That, like, how do you know that the person is the one? How do you get to, so what are the signs to look out for that will show you that this person that I'm with is the right person for me?
Yeah, you know, and there's something that you said, that just because someone is respectful, someone thinks that that person is for them. It is quite interesting. What's wrong?
It's not loaded.
You leave that. It is quite interesting. I don't know, because I'm disappearing on the other side.
You're not disappearing.
Um, so it's something that happens actually, because you know, I would meet somebody and I see them respecting, or maybe they are well mannered, and I will start thinking, there's probably a wife there. If it continues here. All right. So we've already chowed a lot of time. We were having a bit of boom. I think we're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll just take it there again. Like if you meet a person and you find that they are nice, um, they are kind, we tend to think that this is the person that I should marry, and not knowing that there are certain qualities. Someone can have respect, but you find that um, their flow of life is not compatible with your life. But yet, there is respect, there is kindness, um, but somewhere along the way, you will find that there are signs where there are places where the puzzles don't just fit in. So, do you settle because somebody is nice? Do you settle because somebody is kind? Definitely not. Definitely not. Like before, when I was explaining how I got to marry my wife, God was involved. It was not just a matter of you are kind, you're sweet. Oh, wow.
Marry me.
Let you know, there has to be a purpose. Actually, when you have to marry somebody, there has to be a purpose, and your purpose has to click with the person that you want to marry.
Yeah.
Because if these things are not compatible, where you are going and your person, if these things are not compatible, you will have a problem in your life. You will have a problem in your life.
Can I
So,
lean on you?
mhm,
Can I lean on you?
I don't know how I'm going to flow.
Like this.
Yeah, it's fine. So you will have a problem with that. You see, because you would want to try and do something, and that way. Yet they are nice and they are respectful, but somehow they don't believe in what
You believe it.
you see, or rather where you are going. So you need somebody
support your
who's going to stand with you. Somebody can say they respect you, and sometimes they can let you go do whatever you want to do, but they still don't believe in whatever you're doing. Just because, there are some people that say, and you know what, I respect your choice. Your choice is your choice. Respecting my choice does not mean that you believe in what I'm doing.
And you support it.
you know but in all these things, the person is never there when you are doing these things, you see. But they are respectful, they are kind, and when people see you with that person, they always say, wow,
You make such a lovely couple.
you make a lovely couple. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, she's so nice, she's so respectful. But come to things that you want her to be available on, you want her to support you, you want her to ride with you, she's not there. There's nothing invested in that department. So you see, you would have made a mistake, because somewhere along the way it will start having an effect on you, a toll on you. You see, and in God, you find it hard, because divorcing is not something that you just wake up and say, you know what, I'm stepping outside. Just like I said, commitment. Once you enter into marriage, that commitment cannot be broken. It cannot be broken. it still stands. I don't care whether there are pastors who give you a license to divorce, there are pastors who support your separation and all these things. At the end of the day, God hates divorce.
Yes.
He hates it. And I believe that if God hates something, he go ahead. Never. Never ever give it a go ahead. So you see, you enter into a wrong relationship just because uh, they say somebody who's nice, somebody who's respectful is a wife material.
And when you're saying that, you mentioned that just because the pastor gave you a go ahead to end the marriage, you know that there are other pastors who can come to you and tell you, a man of God that you respect so much, tell you that you married the wrong person. They tell you that you married the wrong person and leave it up to you to decide. Knowing very well that once they plant that idea in your mind that you married the wrong person, you're obviously going to divorce them because you trust them, you believe that they're sent from God and they want what's best for you.
Even if you don't divorce them, you are going to like it's
You
going
have
to
these
rain
doubts, yes,
over
it will
and
ring and
over
cause
in your
doubt
head, and it's gonna take that joy away.
infidelity and all of these things. Peace, there won't be happiness and everything like that. So when it comes to your marriage, the other day I mentioned that the marriage is for you and your husband only. You don't listen to your pastor more than you listen to your husband. So you need to understand the hierarchy there, that the person who must talk about your marriage must be inspired, but it must be inspired by the Holy Spirit to speak anything to do with marriage. And if you are aligned with God, I don't think the communication would go straight to someone else before God reveals it to you, because already you are aligned with Him, you have a proper relationship with Him. He's there, He's able to relay messages to you. Maybe He will have relayed it and you don't understand, then He sends, the pastor or the man of God to come and say, hey, look, this is what is happening. And then you now start to connect the dots that, oh, yes, I got the signs here and there. But it would never just automatically pass you and go to another person. So the key is have a great relationship with God to the point that you don't need somebody else to come and tell you anything about your life, about your marriage. It's better they come and tell you because you didn't hear it, you didn't, for you to not understand it, than for God not to say to you at all and He goes to tell someone else.
And while you're saying that, right, the thing is, we are not saying that um, one should never seek for counsel. No, we are saying that your husband is first before your pastor. Your husband is first before your spiritual father. Your husband is first before your mentor. It is always your husband first and then the others later. Because the husband is the head, not your spiritual father, not your mentor or your pastor. However you want to categorize that are leading you. You see, so as you are saying that, there's something that came to me, that some people can't hear God. Some people can't hear God. So what happens in that case? So, but what I need you to understand is you guys learn to stand, and when things are tough, go seek for counsel.
Yeah.
If it is things that you can handle, you don't need to involve a third party. But if things are very hard for you, that's when you seek a third party. And also understand this: any man that is for God will never speak against a marriage. Will never speak against a marriage. Look at this. Even if I get to marry somebody and we do everything by the way of God.
Even if you get to marry somebody.
Listen, by somebody, I mean, you know, a person that I was not supposed to marry.
No.
A person not meant for me.
No.
It's an example.
Don't use you.
Seriously.
Don't use someone else.
Okay, whatever. If you marry somebody that's not for you,
Yes.
I don't know why I have to use somebody, but anyway, it's fine. And somehow that thing get picked up in the spirit that you were supposed to be with whosoever, but now it's too late. As long as that thing is bound, you know, I can come and say you married the wrong person. The fact that you married,
entered into a covenant.
you have entered. So I should never even mention that you married the wrong person. I should never even mention that. Unless if you married a demon or a devil or a witch. Is you guys, you are not aware, and you know God has allowed you to join, knowing that there was somebody that you were supposed to get married to. Things are still possible to work out. Why? Because God is a merciful God. So God will not come and say, go and tell so and so separate, because you were not meant for each other. Once you enter there, you enter there. Like I said, if you commit, you commit. Yeah. What you speak, what you release, stays. And if you tell a person that till death do us part, forget it. Forget it. They will forget even the mindset of, could I have married the right person? The moment you marry, whatever doubt you had about that person, throw that thing out of the window. Make it work. Allow God to enter, and things will work out. So, you know, you there are things that you should think of before you enter into marriage. Things like, am I really going to marry the right person? Is this the right person for me? These are things that you process before you enter. Once you enter, there's no more processing. Once you enter, there is no more processing. So if you commit to something, you have to make sure that you see that thing to the end. You see that thing to the end. Because once you say I do, don't I'm telling you, you are going to say words like till death do us part. Those words, no matter where you run to. You see, today you married this wife, tomorrow you divorce, you marry another one. That till death do us part is still standing. It does not fall because someone gave you a certificate.
A decree.
Be erased. That's why, let me show you something. In the book of Esther, there was a decree that people are going to kill the Jews, right? And the king stamped on the decree. And when it was made known that this Haman wants to kill the family of the queen, the king did not erase the decree, but rather he told them to write another decree that allows them to fight back.
Yes.
That other one was still standing.
Yeah.
That on this specific day, the Jews are going to die. Then the king gave them another decree that on that very same day, Every Jew must fend for, they must defend. You must fight to defend your life. And the king is backing you up in this matter. Fight.
If you
Because
kill someone,
if you get killed, don't say I never gave you a choice to fight back.
yes. Wow.
You see, but the decree never went away. This is why they had to fight back. So once a decree is released and it is given a time frame, that decree can never be erased. Even if you write, like I'm saying, even if they give you a divorce certificate, the decree is still standing. That you guys, you are joined together until one of you hits the bucket. That's the only way that decree stops working. So you see, this whole thing that we have in this world, that you can just wake up and say, you know, I think we should separate. I can't do this anymore. You know, it's all manipulation. It's deception. Once you say those words, once you commit, open your mouth, release words in the atmosphere that I am bound till death do me part. There's no going back.
Yeah.
It is only death. You can't revoke those words.
Yeah.
You can't revoke them. That's why even when you curse yourself, you say things, and you know, you talk down on yourself, bring down yourself, it takes somebody else to override
Yes.
what you have spoken,
Yeah.
to give you power to fight against what you have said.
Yeah.
But that thing, that fight is for life. It is not a fight that you fight today and you say, I am strong, while all you've been releasing words like I am weak, I am weak. It means that every day you have to be decreeing strength.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life, you have to see yourself in strength.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life.
Amen.
Why? Because you released words of weakness. So I'm saying that's why we are talking about commitment here. If you commit. If you are not ready to commit, don't commit.
Yeah.
Don't tell a person that I am yours and you are mine, and no one can have you, and no one can have me. Before you are even joined together.
Hey.
That is danger. It is a dangerous place. It is a dangerous place to be. So, my God, let somebody listen to what we are saying here. And I pray, you know, I used to be one of the people that would say, you know, dating is not wrong, you know. Not that dating is wrong, but I am telling you of the things. That's why sometimes you have to stay away from these dating things before you are sure of what you want.
Yeah.
If you don't know where you are going, if you are not sure of what you are doing, why should you enter into anything?
Yeah.
Because you are not sure if that something is going to work or not.
Yes.
Not even determined to make that something work. But if you are determined to make that something work, then you can enter knowing that you want to see this thing through.
Yeah.
But if you are not going to see it through, why enter? Don't do things like I'm just pushing time. We don't push time here. Time is very valuable.
Yeah.
If you waste time, you will never regain it.
Amen.
So, oh my God, this commitment thing is a very serious thing.
Very serious.
Very serious thing. You see, that's why you even get to trying to prove things to one another. If you love me, hey, sleep with me and all these things. Show me that you love me. If you love me, do this and this and this and this. You know, we are putting condition on something that should be unconditional.
Effortless.
You see, we should just be flowing. So this is something that I can share with you guys for now. And today, because our network is not so on, maybe I think it's because of the weather. Um it's been raining, something like that. Yeah, so God will give us grace, but I believe that the things that we have shared right about now will help somebody. And you can I think you can still see us on TikTok. You'll be able to ask questions there, and we will continue to talk about this, because I think TikTok is lighter. So just to give you the privilege um, to engage with us, yeah, the Lord will help us. And I believe that when we come next week, Saturday, things will be better as usual, because when the network is not so doing, sometimes it brings down a person's energy and flow. So I believe that you have learned that you just don't commit. You just don't commit if you are not committed to the commitment. You don't commit if you are not committed to the commitment. You stay away from that thing, because what you promise the person will arrest you. My brother, my sister, one day you will say that you want to get married and things don't work out. And I know that in most cases we forget of the words that we said to people. We forget, and we feel like there are certain spirits that are fighting us, but not knowing that it is only the words that you have spoken that are fighting against you. And once your own words are fighting against you, it is a very difficult thing to detect, lest you have a man around you who can hear from God. And majority of you, we know that some of you, by reason of this age and whatnot, you are far from those people. But these are words that are coming out of your mouth, and they arrest your future. Why? Because you committed yourself to an uncommitted commitment. So, yeah, um, let us flow